Number 1. Use Kel Nuke. Whenever someone asks for how to beat a boss, someone will always answer, use Kel Nuke. For those who don't know, Kel Nuke means utilizing Kel's run and gun skill to deal massive damage by boosting his speed. Now, these people aren't wrong. Kel Nuke does work effectively for pretty much every boss, but my god, it's so unnecessary and cheesy. Every single boss is beatable without using Kel Nuke, but a small amount of people only tell players to use Kel Nuke and not the normal, simple way. Not to mention, in order to maximize the true potential of Kel Nuke, you need to obtain specific snacks, weapons, and charms, and that takes quite a lot of time. So by the time you are fully prepared to use Kel Nuke, it probably would have been faster to just do it the normal way. Just don't run from every enemy, and remember the emotion chart, then you should be able to deal with all bosses without Kel Nuke. Number 2. You must be at least X to play this game. The value of X varies. Some say you need to be 15, 16, some say 18. Well, guess what? This game is rated 17 on ESRB and 18 on PEGI. Does anyone care? No. The majority of the player base is below 18. What I'm trying to say is, you shouldn't tell people not to play the game just because they're, quote, not old enough. Age is just a number. We've all heard of this. You can use it to estimate, guess whether they can handle the game, but you cannot use it to decide whether they should play it. There will always be 13-year-olds that can go through the game just fine, and 20-year-olds that cannot. As long as they have read the caution and understand what to expect from this game, I wouldn't try to stop them. Remember, they know themselves more than you do. Number 3. You must water the flowers. When someone asks for tips before playing the game, watering the flowers is one of the most common answers. This is very understandable, but it gets repeated way too much to the point that players think it's far more important than it really is. I know many people cried at the post-credits scene, but you have to admit, watering the flowers does not alter the story in any way. You can still get the good ending without watering the flowers. Quite many new players think it's very important to water the flowers because of how many times they're told to, but they didn't know one thing. The flowers are guaranteed to die after you enter Humphrey. So when that happens, they start to panic, they think they did something wrong, they think something bad is going to happen because of that. A lot of this fear could have been prevented if they were never told to water the plants. Or it would be better to word it as water the plants when possible. Honestly, if someone asked for things to know before playing the game, my answer would be nothing. Playing this game completely blind is the best way to experience this game. Plus, it's not really that hard to get the good ending. Number 4. Mari was still alive when she was hung. You won't believe how many people believe Mari died from the hanging instead of the fall, even though the game clearly stated this person is not breathing. They like to argue that her eyes opened when she was hung, but that can easily be explained with rigor mortis, where the body stiffens to relax muscles. What sucks about this theory the most is that it pushes most of the blame to Basil. The whole game is about Sunny overcoming his guilt and trauma, not Basil. It just doesn't make sense for this theory to be true when the story is told in Sunny's perspective. Number 5. This fandom sucks. I sometimes see people say the OMORI fandom is bad or toxic because of some incidents that negatively affect the community's image, like someone being a bad person, people arguing about ships, repeating the same jokes, dramas, etc. But don't they happen to every fandom in the world? There are nasty people all around the world, so it's not really surprising that the bigger a fandom gets, the more likely these things occur. Furthermore, people like to focus on the negative things and tend to forget that the good, wholesome stuff happens a lot more often. I personally think this fandom's great. Look at all the fan art, look at the animations, videos, mods. People are still making all kinds of content 4 years after the game's last update on Steam. The OMORI fandom was the first time I realized how many wonderful things a community can create together, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. There's no perfect fandom, and every fandom will have its issues, and all we need to do is stay away from the bad side and embrace the good side. What do you think about my takes? Are there any other opinions that you dislike? Feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching.